Good morning everyone, this is Carol from Earlwood Pre-Loved and Vintage Garage Sale. This is a little video about some beautiful native flowers in my backyard. These are the native rock orchids. I have orange, red and mauve, and they're all intertwined in these pots together. I just moved the rosemary here the other day. It seems to like that spot, more sun. This rosemary bush needs to be planted in the ground, I feel. Here are some of the natives. This is a bottle brush with red flowers, but it's not flowering at the moment. This is a grevillea with tiny dainty little flowers. It's gonna burst open any moment because it's got covered in buds. These two are bottle brush. They still have a few buds. They're beautiful champagne pink. But the beautiful thing in the backyard at the moment is this duo of bushes, grevilleas, living up to their varietal name of Billy Bonkers. Every single stem on every single branch has a flower bud that's bursting open. The bees love it, the birds love it. I saw a flock of lorikeets feasting on it the other day, grabbed my camera, they all flew away. I'm determined to film those for you, Cindy and Joan in New Jersey. And I'm also going to say a big hello to my friend Jenny from Stuttgart in Germany, who's currently holidaying in Florida. I just got a lovely message from her. I was thinking about you just yesterday, Jenny, and then I see a message. How lovely. I miss you, honey. Anyway, I know you love the garden, so this video's for you. Let's see what else we can see. I've planted some of those rock orchids down here because it was very weedy. I pulled out a lot of the weeds, and this area is still to go. That lavender needs trimming. I did a lot of work a couple of weeks ago trimming the lily pillies and the bougainvillea from my neighbour's trees. Her name is Helen. And the trees were overhanging so much that they started affecting my plants here. This one's got a terrible lean on it, trying to get some sun. So anyway, my garden guy, hi Richard, is going to come and help me trim these. This is a tick bush. More of those rock orchids there, but they're not blooming. I've planted out this area with little native violets, and they are absolutely delightful. They do tend to take over though, so you've got to be careful when they get planted. There's a lot of weeds there and more orchids that I planted. This is a money tree or an emerald tree, or jade plant. I don't know, I've heard it called so many things. It's been here for years. I've lived here for 20 years. It was here when I came. You can't kill it with an axe. I just actually trimmed a whole bunch of branches off this side, and as you can see, it is already sprouting back to life. So I think when Richard comes, we'll also take this big branch down here because it's overhanging a lot. It's getting a bit top heavy in that area. And these are my potted frangipanis, which are all dropping their leaves for winter. This is another beautiful grevillea, which just, as much as I keep trimming it, it keeps growing. I have more of those little violets and two varieties of mint growing here, as well as some oregano. These are orchids that are from my mum's orchids originally. They've been divided many times. This is my finger lime. I got this when it was a tiny little baby, and look at it now, it's taller than me. This is a tropical rainforest plant that is endemic to Australia. It's got spikes on it. You've got to be really careful handling it. Some of these spikes are quite lethal, but it has not yet fruited or flowered or anything. It's just grown. Orchids, these are Cymbidium orchids that my mum potted for me. More oregano. This is the other side of those Billy Bonkers. Absolutely gorgeous. And big. And this patch of natives Henry and I planted quite a few years ago, about 10 years ago. Desperately needing pruning, but covered, absolutely covered in tiny flower buds about to open. This is a grevillea called Fancy Nancy varietal, and it is absolutely covered in millions of tiny little flower buds. And this one is a similar varietal. I can't remember the name, but it has these beautiful apricot jam coloured flowers about to open. Again, millions of them. As my father used to say, millions and millions. I won't tell you what that's in reference to, but Maurice knows, wherever he is. R.I.P. Maurice. This is a particular favourite of my neighbour. This is a grevillea called Moonlight, and it's always in flower. It's huge. It's got to be 6 metres tall, if not more. Anyway, it's desperately needing a prune, so the ladder's going to have to come out for that one. More grevilleas. This one is called, I can't quite remember, but it's got these gorgeous little mauve blooms on it. Again, it's covered in buds, which you can't quite see because they're that tiny at the moment. These frangipanis have been here a while. Put them in about 8 years ago. This is an orange tree. Another frangipani around the corner here. And many Sydney backyards will have this, a banana grove. This has actually got fruit on it. It's terribly inaccessible. There they are. There's the beautiful flower pod and the bananas above it. It's a bit of a jungle, this area. This is Peanut. Hi. There's still blooms on this frangipani here somewhere. Let's have a look. There we go. These will lose their leaves soon, like the potted ones already started to do. This is my little area with turmeric. It's going to be dug up soon because the plants are dying, and that means it's time to dig up the turmeric root. I have parsley. It's looking very healthy. And these insanely hot chilies. These are habanero variety. They go yellow, and apparently they're 14 out of 10. It says so on that little tag. And these are African bird's eye, 12 out of 10 on the SCOBY scale. I'm going to make spaghetti sauce later. I'm going to put 2 of these little ones in a big pot with lots of other ingredients. absolutely gorgeous, that white bougainvillea. Absolutely gorgeous. Did I repeat myself then? All right. Thanks, friends. Bye-bye.